Now, in the past few hours, Barron Trump declined the invitation to be a delegate. But before that happened, I talked to two people with very different views on the issue. Former White House press secretary under President Trump and former chief strategist at the RNC, Sean Spicer. He's also a NewsNation political contributor. And attorney and Democratic strategist Michael Hopkins. He's host of the Political Roots podcast. Thank you both for coming on. Sean, you say he's off limits still?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, this isn't some kind of coming out party, as NBC put it. I think you rightly framed this. There's 2,429 delegates. Florida itself has 125 delegates. He's a potted plant for all intents and purposes, and as is every delegate. They stand there. The chairman of the delegation reads off how those delegates will be allocated, which is 100% to Trump in the case of Florida. This isn't like he's giving a speech, or there's no spotlight that he's stepping into. He and 2,328 other people will stand on the floor as they cast their ballots. I think this is more of an attempt of people on the left, and particularly in the media, to find an excuse to go after him. But I hope that they don't stoop to that level. This is not some kind of coming out party. This is not some attempt for him to step into the spotlight, as several colleagues of yours in the media have said. This is him participating and supporting his family, full stop.
Hey, Sean, I got news for you. You're part of the media these days, too. Michael? Hey, Michael, what do you make of the argument?
Look, I think all of that sounds nice until you look at the way that Don Jr., Donald Trump, Eric Trump, and the Trump family have all mocked and belittled Hunter Biden's struggle with addiction. Look, I think attacking the Trump kid is before he was an adult, look, that's off limits. I don't think that is fair game. But now that he's stepping up and he's going to endorse his father's candidacy, which means he's endorsing a ban on abortion, he's endorsing his father's policies. He's fair game.
Oh, my God.
I mean, look, he's fair. He's stepping into the
I'm actually...
Go ahead, Sean.
No, Michael, I'm actually disappointed. I've always thought Michael's a very reasonable, pragmatic guy, and we see eye to eye on a lot of similar tactics. I'm disappointed because comparing Barron Trump, who just turned 18 less than a month, or just about a month ago, and Hunter Biden, a grown man who's convicted of drug use, tax evasion, carrying and disarming a firearm near a school. Well, he pled guilty. I mean, my God, I cannot believe we're equivocating the two in the same sentence. It just goes to the point that I was making a moment ago to Dan, which is I think folks on the left, which includes most of the media, are salivating an opportunity to go after this young man.
Politics is a nasty game. Look, Sean, you and I both know it's nasty. Hunter Biden is not a public figure. If you're using the criteria that the act of being politically active...
He grifted off of the... There's a big difference. Barron, grifting off of your of your family's name is pretty close to being a public figure. I would argue he is a public figure. There's a big difference.
A public grift. Eric Trump, Donald Trump, Kimberly Guilfoyle. Who's the head of the RNC, Sean? Like, this is a family of grifters. I don't enjoy the idea of attacking him. I think Democrats should be very careful because it's not a good look. But he is stepping forward, and if he's going to step forward, he's going to get hit.
He stepped forward again. If he wants to go out and have a podcast or something and step, quote, into the spotlight, as NBC tried to make the case, I get that. But being a delegate, being one of 2,429 other people who stand on the floor, is not stepping into the spotlight. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Chelsea Clinton.
All right. Michael, you want a final 15-second period?
Yeah, let me just say, there's
just say you're wrong. Just say you're wrong. Say you're wrong. Say you're wrong.
I won't. There are levels to this. Should we train all of our focus on Barron Trump? No. But if he starts tweeting, if he starts doing the things that his father does, it's going to be a really...
But that's an if. That's an if. We were just talking about just him being at the, there as a delegate. Sean Spicer and Michael Hopkins. Interesting stuff. Thanks a lot for being here. Appreciate it. And Sean, you are a member of the media. Sorry. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.